AI already feels like something you're expected to understand, not just as a passing trend, but as part of how our business works. AI is shaping how our business operates, how they're seen, and how decisions get made. And as we move towards 2026, one thing is becoming crystal clear. Showing up in your business without AI and operating your business without AI will take more time and effort and energy than it really needs to. Not because it's a new trend or a hype, and not because everyone is using it, but because the way we are working, communicating, and making choices is already changing and will keep changing. In this video, I want to share what the data and what we're already seeing in real life tells us about what to expect as we move into 2026. This video is specifically for female founders, solopreneurs, coaches, consultants, and service providers who are building businesses and who want a clear, grounded view of what's ahead. This isn't about becoming tech savvy or doing lots of AI courses to learn everything there is. It's about understanding how work, visibility, and everyday business decisions are shifting and where AI fits into that. My name is Abha. I'm an AI brand and content strategist with over 20 years of experience in digital communications, and I'm based in Dubai. I work with women building businesses who want to stay in control of how they show up, how they communicate, and how they grow, without handing their voice or their thinking to anyone else. I've been working with and experimenting with AI tools before it became mainstream, and one thing to me is very clear. It's impossible to keep up with everything happening in AI, so don't even try. There are new tools, new updates, and new opinions every single day. No one knows all of it. No one can be an expert because of how fast it's changing. And that isn't the goal. The goal isn't to know everything. The goal is to understand what matters that is relevant to us and our businesses. To see what's actually changing how our business is run, how our audience finds our business, and how our business is perceived in the market. What I'm sharing in this video is a clear summary of those shifts based on data and patterns that we can already see. One of the strongest signals of where things are heading is just the way AI is being adopted. Right now, 58% of micro and small businesses already heavily use generative AI, and most plan to increase how much they use it 2026 and beyond. Now, this tells us something really important. As we move into 2026, AI will no longer feel special or impressive or an advantage. It will be the norm. Like email, like our calendars, like the cloud. It will simply be part of how business gets done. You can already see this just in how businesses communicate. 93% of people who market their businesses say that AI helps them create better content faster. And that's led to a huge increase in how much content exists online. You will see there are more posts, more videos, more emails. Social media is flooded. But more doesn't mean better because everyone can create random content now. These generic messages are so easy to produce and even easier to ignore. What will stand out now and moving forward is clarity. Clarity in your positioning, how you think, and how you present your brand in the market, and a very clear point of view of who you serve, the problem you're solving, and how. AI can help with drafting everything and structuring how you do things, but it cannot replace your lived experience, your judgment, and how you really understand your business and your audience. With AI being heavily used on how we communicate with our audiences, expectations around our communication being personalized are rising. 71% of customers already expect super personalized experiences, and that expectation isn't going to go away. AI allows for hyper specificity, and the success of your business is going to lie in that. In the past, this was difficult for small, solo, micro, founder-led businesses because it's so hard to scale. But AI is changing that by making it easier to adjust messaging and communication without working longer hours because the systems are built to do that automatically. In 2026 and beyond, a one-size-fits-all type of communication will feel totally outdated and will not resonate with your audience. Expectations around how you respond to your audience are also shifting. 42% of women founders already use AI to help manage customer questions or first responses. Now, this isn't about removing yourself from your business. It's about being able to respond clearly and on time without having to be constantly available. As we move towards 2026, fast and clear responses that are hyper-specific and personalized will just be expected, even from a solo, micro, or small business. Now, AI is also changing how founders use their time. Business owners using AI are already saving 2 to 10 hours per week by automating their most repetitive tasks. Over time, that's going to add up and only increase. Now, because of this, being constantly busy doing this admin and drudgery work is going to lose status as a sign of success. It's no longer about working harder. It is really going to be about working smarter, as much as I hate that phrase because it's really being overused. Decision making is going to speed up. 81% of people who are marketing their own businesses say that AI helps them get insights much faster for their business. And 50% of those businesses say that AI increases the speed at which they can test new ideas and go to market and then innovate on that. This is going to change how we operate because the decisions can be made faster, adjustments can be made sooner, and less time will be spent on second guessing because it's so easy to go to market fast. We need to remember that AI doesn't replace intuition, but it helps shorten the gap between noticing something and acting on it. And then if something doesn't work, it's very easy to fix it and go to market again. The way people are searching for us is completely changing. The shift from Google to a tool like ChatGPT is a massive landscape shift in behavior. More and more people are directly asking questions inside AI tools instead of relying on traditional search engines. And they're no longer searching for short keywords like you do in Google. They're asking proper questions in natural language. As we move into 2026, our visibility will depend less on technical search engine optimization and keyword optimization tricks, but more on being clear and trustworthy and making sure our content represents that. The information we put out will need to be easy for both people to understand and AI systems to understand so that they can put us in front of our audience when they ask questions that we can help solve. Visual and video communication, the way we do it, are completely changing too. 74% of web content already includes AI-generated text or visuals, and that number is only going to grow. This really lowers the barrier to showing up well and professionally, even without specialist skills. Now, this video is being recorded in an AI tool and has been auto-edited by that same AI tool. It's called Descript. The real advantage won't come from using these tools occasionally, but by integrating them fully in the way we do business. By using them consistently in a way that supports all the tasks we need to do for our business. AI tools themselves are becoming simpler and simpler to use, again, making the barrier to entry to use them so low. Most businesses, in fact 76% of them, already rely on ready-made AI tools rather than building their own AI systems. That's just not required anymore. As we move towards 2026 and beyond, most businesses will use tools that are practical, easy to use, and just naturally fit into our everyday work. Now, as AI adoption becomes more common and fully integrated, almost native into our businesses, trust is going to become more important than ever. 74% of customer experience leaders say people want transparency on how AI is being used in your business. Customers care about whether a business feels genuine and if humans are still involved in the process. The combination of human intelligence and the efficiency of artificial intelligence is what's going to thrive in 2026. And this is a real strength for founder-led businesses where authenticity is easier to maintain. Confidence in this environment doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from being comfortable using AI intentionally in a thoughtful and purposeful way. Founders, solopreneurs, coaches, consultants who are building this confidence are already seeing productivity gains of up to 40%. Not because they're doing more work, but because they remove friction from how their business is running. Finally, the way all businesses operate is changing. 70% of large companies already use AI agents, and 73% of customers expect more personalized experiences that the agents can offer. Together, these signals point everyone in the same direction. In 2026 and beyond, AI will act like core support inside your business, helping you with everything natively: planning, organization, writing, insight, customer support, operation, time saving, energy saving, money saving, everything. Running a solo business will no longer mean doing everything alone. It will also mean that you do not have to rush to hire. You will be able to do things the way you want to do them better and faster if you properly integrate AI into your business. Now, if this feels like a lot, that's understandable. The point isn't to adopt every tool or chase every update or optimize everything in your business at once. The point is to start with awareness and take small steps. Understanding where business is heading and making deliberate choices is really what's going to move the needle for you in 2026 and beyond in an AI-first landscape. 2026 won't reward people who try to do everything, but it will reward those who specifically build clarity around what they are offering, good systems that integrate AI, and trust into how they run their businesses and how they show up. If you want to stay hands-on in your business, focus on what's sustainable. Ask yourself, how can AI help me work faster, better, and help me innovate? Use a small number of tools that will help you do one of the three and build clear ways of working that you can systemize and hand over to AI. And whatever you choose, be consistent in how you show up with those choices. AI amplifies systems and structure. It's about becoming very intentional about how your business shows up, how it communicates, how it integrates AI to grow. Founders and solopreneurs, coaches, consultants who approach AI this way will move into 2026 with far more control than they expected. So that's a brief overview of where I think we're heading in 2026. If you found this useful, let me know in the comments which of these changes you're already noticing or preparing for. And if you'd like more clear, grounded conversations about AI and business, subscribe to this channel.